Greetings and welcome back, travel lovers. Today we've got another travel video for you, and well, it's some of these statues and even a mural in El Paso. It's not by any means all the statues or even murals, but we visited these and we've put them together to kind of highlight some of the best that we've seen. So roll that video and let's get our travel legs on.
Rising Stronger is a 9-foot bronze statue by Julio Sanchez de Alba. It is located at El Paso Fire Department Station number 18 at 7901 San Jose. The statue was dedicated on September 11th, 2021 to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. It reflects the pain, sorrow, sacrifice, and determination of Americans during the 9/11 attacks, though its depiction of a fireman kneeling to its pick of a fallen comrade's helmet as another fireman stands looking up to a safer future, assuring us that we will rise stronger.
Built in 2022, this monument is in commemorative of the Company E, 36th Texas Division, 141st Infantry, U.S. Army. '41st Regiment, 36th Infantry Division, the only World War II U.S. Army infantry unit that enlisted Mexican-American soldiers. Company E began in 1941 when Mexican-American National Guardsmen from El Paso, Texas were joined by Mexican-Americans from other parts of Texas. Many of El Paso's sons served fighting against tyranny and oppression, notably in the battle for Monte Cassino, Italy on January 22, 1944. During the treacherous crossing of the Rapido River, many soldiers from Company E were killed, wounded, or captured. They are all gone now, but their sacrifice and bravery live in our hearts forever. We reserve this place for reflection, remembrance, and gratitude to the soldiers of Company E. And on the back side over here is the names of each of the soldiers. Fray Garcia Monument is a 14-foot bronze statue that honors the priest who founded the area's first mission. Built by John Hauser, The 1.5-ton statue stands as the tallest monument in Texas. Located at 125 Pioneer Plaza in El Paso, Texas. Sculpted by John Sherrill Hauser, this monument is the second of 12 sculptures that comprise the 12 Travelers Memorial of the Southwest. The 36-foot tall statue is the largest bronze equestrian statue and is the second tallest statue in the state of Texas. Located at the El Paso International Airport in El Paso, Texas. This sculpture, titled Benito Juarez, Child of Man, is of former Mexican President Benito Juarez. It was created by sculptor Ethan Hauser and donated to Chamizal National Memorial by the nonprofit 12 Travelers Memorial of the Southwest. In 1964, Mexico erected a statue of Abraham Lincoln in Ciudad Juarez as a symbol of goodwill and friendship with the United States. This sculpture of Benito Juarez is the complement that has long been intended by the Lincoln statue, or intended for the Lincoln statue. The two statues face in the other's direction. Benito Juarez, Child of Man, was dedicated on September 25th, 2022. On that date, in 1964, U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson and Mexican President Adolfo López Mateos spoke at a ceremony held at the former Bowie High School campus in El Paso to commemorate the ratification of the Chamizal Treaty. Fun facts about the two presidents: though they never met each other, they were both president of their respective countries at the same time. And number 2, while President Lincoln was known for his stature of 6 foot 4 inches, Mexican President Juarez was only 4 foot 6 inches. Located at 800 South San Marcel Street in El Paso, Texas. Historic sidewalk clock. The sidewalk clock has marked time in downtown El Paso since 1911. Made by the E. Howard and Company of Boston, Massachusetts, it is a masterpiece of cast iron workmanship, featuring 2 large round faces and mounted on a classical column that measures 15 feet from the base to the center of the dial. The clock continues to operate using its original mechanical movement. Introduced in the 1860s, sidewalk clocks were popular in American cities both as everyday conveniences and as advertising devices. A small business would buy a sidewalk clock and install it in front of the store, often painting the name of the business onto the clock face or above the face of the bonnet. When the business owners moved, they usually took their clocks with them. Julius H. Alberts, whose jewelry store is pictured here on the marker. Would was the clock's last owner. He donated this clock to the city of El Paso in 1929. Since then, it has been located in different sites downtown. The clock was completely restored in 2005 by David Say of the Regulator Time Company, Manhattan, Kansas, with a grant from the Renaissance Fund of the El Paso Community Foundation. The restoration project was a partnership of the El Paso Downtown Management District, Rio Grande Clock Club, City of El Paso, and the El Paso Community Foundation.
Los lagartos.
Otherwise known as the alligators, is a fiberglass sculpture by Luis Jimenez that is a playful sculpture that pays homage to the live alligators that were once kept in the middle of San Jacinto Plaza at 111 East Mills Street. The alligators, which were moved to the El Paso Zoo in the late 1950s, were a favorite attraction to many El Pasoans of the time, including the young artist who is said to have often visited on Saturday afternoons. This is a statue of the infamous William Bonney, better known as Billy the Kid, who is said to have broken into the adjacent jail the statue stands next to. Standing outside the old county jail in the arts district of Little San Elizario near El Paso, Texas, the statue is located at 1551 Main Street, San Elizario, Texas. Next to the Billy the Kid statue is this longhorn steer sculpture, which is made of wood.
Greetings from El Paso. The El Paso postcard mural is located at Substation Shopping Center in El Paso, Texas, 145 East Sunset Road. The interactive postcard mural has been an iconic welcome sign for the city and a must-see thing to do on road trips across America. The artist got to work in October 2016 with their RV packed in a nearby dirt pile, which is now a beautiful parking lot for customers of the shopping center. Each letter in the mural depicts different areas of the Sun City. E. Hotel Paso del Norte. L. Asarco Smokestacks. P. Star on the Franklin Mountains. A. 3 missions atop and the trolley on the bottom. S. Southwest University Park, home of the Chihuahuas. O. The University of Texas at El Paso.
Identidad Geometrica, and in English that's Geometric Identity by Oswaldo Siguasto, is located at One Arts Festival Plaza in El Paso, Texas. This sculpture contains this sense of movement through geometry and color, but it also evokes, for some, a huge carnival-type bow tie, and for others, like myself, a butterfly.
Legendary University of Texas at El Paso basketball coach Don Haskins is honored with a statue on the campus of the University of El Paso, near the Don Haskins Center at 151 Glory Road. The 7-foot work of art is a gift from El Pasoans Dan and Joanne Longoria. Haskins, the former head coach of Texas Western College, now the University of Texas at El Paso, is most recognized for leading the Miners to a national title on March 19, 1966. Haskins made history by becoming the first coach to start 5 African American players in the national championships game. Haskins' Miner stunned the heavy favored Kentucky Wildcats in a game of tremendous historical and social significance. The statue depicts Haskins, nicknamed the Bear, striking an iconic courtside pose. It was created by Brian Hanlon, a classically trained master sculptor and founder of Hanlon Sculptor Studio. Schoolboy Statue. The schoolboy statue is by Gary Marks and is located on the grounds of the Cesar Chavez Academy at 7814 Alameda. I don't have much information on this statue, but because it is on school grounds, we could not go on the grounds and would have to take our pictures from the public sidewalk. Fortunately, the statue is near the sidewalk, and the fence in front of it has widely spaced bars. Good thing we had a zoom lens.
The cavalryman was carved out from black granite and represents the immortalization of the U.S. cavalryman. The statue was made possible through provisions in the will of Percival Henderson, pioneer El Pasoan and cattle and mining man. This 8-foot and 3-inch tall with 5-foot base stone is a representation of late William Harvey, a 32-degree Mason member of the Scottish Rite Temple and a dear friend of Henderson. Located near the Scottish Rite Temple at 600 North Santa Fe, at the intersection of Santa Fe and Missouri Streets in downtown El Paso, sits in what is now known as Cavalry Man Park.